What hell, y'all? We back. Say the Game podcast is Logix.
Ace.
Back again. We got hella stuff to catch up on. Man, let's
In a minute.
I know, right? Let's get back to the biggest thing going on right now, which is this FTC hearing. Have you been keeping up? You've heard any updates, anything?
Yeah, I've been keeping up a little bit with it. It's pretty crazy how it's going and everything, especially since we just found out that Sony was basically saying a bunch of stuff that they wasn't necessarily sure about.
You mean knowingly or unknowingly?
Knowingly, it seems, because they was coming at them for Call of Duty when they had previously tried to get one of the...
They tried to get Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield.
Exclusive.
So they was coming at them about getting exclusivity to Call of Duty when they was trying to get Starfield exclusivity.
Right.
And it was like a lot of stuff like that. It was kind of crazy, like the pot calling the kettle black type situation.
I can't even believe that they openly admitted to, oh, we can't let them take Call of Duty because we won't be able to compete. And y'all whole game plan for the past 3 consoles is like exclusives. Like,
yeah,
y'all literally paid to not put these games on other platforms. Yeah, you talking about, no, y'all can't take Call of Duty from us.
Yeah,
then you didn't really care about Call of Duty.
Yeah, Jim Ryan even came out and said he don't think that they would stop having Call of Duty on PlayStation platforms. We was like, then why'd you do all this?
Yeah, because I mean, what came out was his real reason is that he knows that he can't compete with Game Pass.
Yeah.
So even if Call of Duty is on PlayStation, which he know they wasn't gonna take it, it'll be on Game Pass. He didn't want Call of Duty on Game Pass because that's gonna just drive hella people over there. So he like, we don't have the funds to compete as far as Game Pass and stuff. That's why they can't do their subscription service day and date just like them.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, well, what can we say that doesn't sound as bad? And the Call of Duty shit was ridiculous. It just sounded ridiculous.
It was, especially like you said, because PlayStation, that's all they do is exclusives. And I love them for that.
Yeah,
you can't get mad when other people want to
do the same thing to compete. You ain't complaining about Nintendo been doing it for how long?
Especially because that's all they've been saying that Microsoft needed was exclusives.
Yeah, and that's their problem.
Yeah, they've been in third place between Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft for
what, past 2 generations?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
past 2 generations almost. So.
It's just crazy that even the judge at the hearing was like sick of the FTC's excuses to back Sony. It's just like they was cutting them off. They was telling them just stop it, because it's just a piss poor showing of like what they problem is, and it's like, Sony, just like compete, man. Just compete. I'm not at this point. I don't even care which way it goes, to be honest, because I won't mind if I was inclined to buy an Xbox because y'all making games that's that good.
Well, yeah, I always said like Xbox infrastructure is crazy. Like the way they do they background everything and the effort they put into it is awesome. They online is incredible, and even the way they set up their system infrastructure and everything. Like I love that about them, but they just haven't had anything that brings me to their console. Like,
right.
Like even you and I the other day was playing Gears of War, but that's what a several-year-old game.
At this point, it's like 4 years old.
Yeah, it's still fun, but you play games that have those new experiences, and if Xbox ain't having those new experiences, other than third-party indies and so on and so forth, then it's not real reason to be over there.
I mean, Starfield looks crazy. Like Starfield, if it
really
works, it looks good.
Yeah, I'm really excited Starfield.
Is it gonna be on last gen?
I think
too big, right?
Yeah,
I was gonna say that's got to be too big.
I want to say no. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say no.
Yeah,
because they was already saying it's gonna run at 30. They confirmed that. People was upset about that.
We didn't.
But they said it's so much in it. I'm not sure if it'll be on Xbox One.
Yeah, I'm sure
that would be crazy if it is.
I'm sure it's not too.
Yeah, I'm a big Bethesda fan, man. I done played everything from Oblivion, Fallout, all that type of stuff, and I can't wait for Starfield.
Well, I'm glad at least if I don't have to get an Xbox. If I so wanted Starfield, I could get it on PC probably.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's the plus. I don't have to. It should be on Steam, right? We don't know.
Don't know.
Probably not.
Not sure about that.
I don't know. But I at this point, I'm just sick of Sony BS. Like, just shut up. Just like stop. And then Jim Ryan just like spilling all the beans. Like, how you get caught up lying like that? Like the emails that came out that he said he really didn't care about Call of Duty. Like, what is y'all?
He confirmed it too, man.
And then I'm hearing like they all over the place. I'm hearing that the fucking Project Q is gonna be like $300 probably. The pointless handheld. That's come on, man.
Yeah.
Y'all done put $550 headset out.
I still don't know what the point of
Y'all
is.
selling a pointless handheld.
I'd
like,
love
what's
to get
really
a Vita
going
too.
on?
I ain't gonna lie. I'd love to get a Vita.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand not wanting to make whole separate games for a portable device at this point. The way gaming is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now it's just like they too complex to be like, it's like, well, let's make this big ass game and then make a lesser version of that game for a portable device.
Well, it would be doing what you said you hate, but I think I'll be cool with it on some occasions. Like, of course, you can run indies on it, of course, like every indie that you got. But what if they could make a version of Horizon or something like that that can run on portable, like a Vita or something?
A different version?
Yeah.
Well, granted,
like just
I say that, but they somewhat do that for the VR.
Yeah.
They kind of do that. They make a whole separate thing for the VR.
I'm not sure exactly which titles, but I know some of Sony's titles run on Steam Deck. So if they could do it.
Newer ones? New titles?
I think somebody said that Spider-Man was really good on Steam Deck.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, but that's a mini computer though. It's not a dedicated, you know what I'm saying? It's not its own.
Sony can do that.
I mean, can they? They probably can. I don't think they can afford it. That's why they're bitching about Call of Duty.
The problem is, would it be worth it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think for them it's worth it. I
don't even remember how much the Vita sold, to be honest.
I know it wasn't
like it did
do better than
the
PSP.
It did like incredibly.
Did it do better than the PSP? I think the PSP did the best, right?
I think so. Yeah, a lot of people love the PSP. Still got a PSP.
I never had none of those. I only had Nintendo handhelds. I ain't never had a PSP, Vita, Go, none of that.
Yeah, I just started playing my Switch again, but it is good. But yeah, that FTC hearing was crazy. Even other stuff came out of there where they said Microsoft was trying to buy Sega for a second.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Sega and it was one more, right? It was Sega and somebody else, I believe.
Sega.
It was something else, but I did hear that. That would have been crazy if they would have had Sega titles.
Sega would have been.
That would have been crazy.
See, I always wish that Sega would have
kept in the console.
Yeah, kept in the console war because I really did like the Dreamcast, but you know, it is what it is. I know they wasn't doing too well.
It was their greatest achievement and downfall.
Yeah,
that's what's fucked up. That's what's fucked up.
Yeah, but Dreamcast was a good system.
It was. But speaking of games, what you been playing
recently? A little bit of new Fortnite. The update.
New season, yeah. You like it? I told you that season decent, ain't it?
Yeah, it's decent.
I like this season. It's been decent.
The jungle setup. I'm surprised they put Optimus Prime.
It's random. It's so random.
Optimus Prime more works because it's a jungle, but I was like Optimus Prime, and then he ain't never been in that before, right?
Huh?
Optimus Prime ain't never.
Nope.
Been. Okay, I guess it made that.
And then I was blue. I'm like, oh snap, Optimus Prime, and then there was the big one, and then he scanned a small version of himself. I'm like, what's the point of being a regular sized Optimus Prime? The whole point is to be a fucking mech.
That's
it's to be
you
huge.
Make it even so everybody.
Yeah, I knew that. I figured, but it was like, can we like help fight alongside him in some type of mission? I don't know, but like, I don't want to play as a small Optimus Prime. To me, it defeats the purpose. But the season, nonetheless, is pretty cool, though.
Yeah,
I've been enjoying that. That's it. Fortnite.
That I haven't gotten to Final Fantasy 16 yet.
Do you have it?
No, I haven't gotten it yet. I was thinking about getting it. The reviews on that have been kind of crazy. Speaking of
how they
like I ain't going back and forth. The purists and stuff, people who love action games and everything, and people who really deep into Final Fantasy lore, love it. But it is a big change from what it was before. They went more adult with the story. It's more like Game of Thrones type story situation with the kings and queens battling and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a straight up action game now, and that threw a lot of people off. So some people like why did I ever buy this game? Like, you know, it's not what Final I thought it was going to be. The people who wanted the turn-based traditional Final Fantasy stuff, but I think it looked crazy. And I played the demo and stuff; it looked awesome. So from what I played in the demo, I really loved it. Like it was some good stuff. But I'm also a big Devil May Cry fan, so yeah, all the stuff that they changed with it, knocking people up in the air and combat and everything, and using all the different icons, powers, I think they call it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm not interested in Final Fantasy, but if I was to play it, it would be that one because I'm not for the turn based. Because I played the Final Fantasy VII remake and I liked how the game played. It was that wasn't bad to me either. So I could see myself playing. But when I played that demo, it was way too much talking and not enough playing. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Especially for $70. I was done. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'll just let this one pass. Worry about the games I like. I ain't finna try to commit to some new IP that I ain't never been interested in after all these years.
That's RPGs for you with all the talking and dialogue.
I was done. I was playing. It's gone now. So it was a part of the Steam Next Fest. Warhaven. I was playing that demo and I love it. I really like it. I'm not gonna say it reminds me of Knockout City, but it's like the type of game it is and the potential it has. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I wasn't a big For Honor fan. You know, it's real reminiscent of For Honor. Yeah. But for me, this was like the chaos is way better. And then, you know, they got this immortal system where, you know, after you've been playing for so long and you build up this meter, you turn into an immortal, even though you're mortal as fuck. You you turn into like a stronger power person that you summon them and you turn into them and they like got different. There's 4 of them, and I could see them probably getting more, just like Overwatch heroes. Okay. It's different types of heroes that you could play as, where you turn into, and they got special abilities and stuff that, you know, you start wiping out the other team. But it give you that real like Dungeons and Dragon feel. Like I really feel like we're protecting our territory from this other group of people with swords and shields and shit. Like I don't know. It's just like they start off like yeah, and then everybody just start running, and shit, and you just start getting to these one-on-one combats. It feels real intense. Yeah, I don't know. It's real fun. I wish they didn't take the demo down. It's a fucking demo. Like it wasn't a beta.
They'll probably throw it up again.
I hope so, but I really liked it, and I hope I get everything that I accomplished because I got a good 9 hours on that game.
Oh, you get to keep whatever you got in the.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When they come back, I hope it do.
I'm gonna say usually they don't let you do that. So
usually they don't.
Keep the stuff. Was it a beta or a demo?
It's a demo.
They might let you keep it if it's a demo. If it's a beta, they ain't.
Because the Street Fighter one was a demo and they said you keep everything, right?
I'm not sure.
If you the Street Fighter demo, it was like I know it said you keep it, but I'm making sure it was a demo.
Beta and a demo. So yeah, the demo.
And the demo was first. Yeah. And that's the one where they said you keep everything you accomplish. Or your person, what they look like, I should say. You keep with your character. I hope so, because I don't see them making me. I did all this work in the game, 8 hours.
So you really went hard on that.
I went hard on it. I was playing that shit a lot. Okay. I could have got 8 hours. I could have got more than that easily. I just didn't. But I could have.
Yeah. No, if it pop back up, let me know. I'm definitely have to check it out.
Yeah, that shit was fun.
Like I told you before, it reminded me of that game, that free-to-play game on PlayStation now, Warlander or whatever it is.
I never heard of that one.
Yeah, remind me of that. Check that one out. See if you like that one too.
Oh, well. And then I've been playing Beautiful Joe. I'm still trying to beat that for nostalgia kickback. That game aged so well.
Going back to it now, is it harder than it used to be for you?
No. Well, it's easier because I'm older. Okay. I didn't have the patience when I was younger, and I realized as I'm playing this, I'm like, I feel stupid because I guess a lot of my friends like, it wasn't hard, and I beat it, and I'm like, well, and it's a difficult game, isn't it?
No, people say that game used to be hard.
Yeah, I told my man, he's like, man, that game was not hard. I'm like, gee, yes, it was. Like, you must have played it late or something. Like, as you got older, because I got it. When I saw it, I was excited, and I got it. I'm like, this shit hard, and I was like frustrated. I didn't get past a certain point in that game and just gave up. But I was young and I was impatient and I wasn't trying to figure it out. But I'm like, this game ain't easy. It's not an easy game.
Yeah, Beautiful Joe was the shit back in the day.
It is, and I'm playing it now and it aged so well. I'm like,
it'd be sick if Capcom brought a compilation pack of that back out.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna play Beautiful. I might not stream it, but I'll play Beautiful Joe 2 next. I never played 2. I never played it, and I think it was good too. Right? I heard it was.
I mean, it's possible considering how good Capcom's doing right now, and we already getting Metal Gear coming back for all.
I saw they doing a collectors.
Yeah,
right. Remake.
They just announced that it's coming to Switch now too. So
wow,
that's cool.
What is it? Just 1 through what is it?
They're doing a part 1, which is 1, 2, and 3, and then because they said part 1, everybody's guessing they're gonna do a part 2, which will be 4 or 5 and Peace Walker.
But 3 is already getting its own thing, right?
3 is getting a remake, but this one, I think
this is a remaster.
Yeah, I think the classic one's going. I'm not sure if they putting the remake in it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, so it got to be the old 3.
So they remastered them for Switch and
unless it's part of. I got to look.
I doubt that.
Would they put the remake in there and just bump up the price?
I doubt that. So speaking of Switch, you said they got a new console. I've seen a few things here and there about they talking about a new console, right?
Yeah, pretty soon. I wonder how that's gonna look. to be honest.
Did they say anything about it? I saw that they talking about carrying over Switch stuff though. Like you should be able to take whatever you got on the Switch
because
they've never done it before.
One of the things that people was upset about a lot was that stuff. Because like now they
never
kept
ever
about canceling 3DS store and they stopped it because people was pissed off. So they left it on for a second.
Because this would be the first time ever, right?
Yeah.
That's
if they switch it over,
if they
let you transfer everything over, that'd be nice.
That's crazy how they got away with that for so long.
That's one of the things that I am happy about with these new generations and the way everything's set up with online and stuff like that. It's one of the benefits online. If they start letting us transfer everything we had before, now I don't know if it's going to be everything. They'll probably just do like the main stuff, like their main first parties and so on and so forth. Like you probably won't be able to take a bunch of third parties and everything else like that because I know how licensing and all that work over years. But yeah. Like I like how PlayStation did it. A lot of my PS4 stuff is just I got it, so that works out.
Yeah, except I couldn't get my PS3 stuff to 4.
PS3 stuff.
I made a whole video about that shit
that
too.
Big transition to where games started always being online and everything else like that during the PS4. Yeah.
Well, I wonder. Did they say what the time frame of when it possibly should be out? I ain't heard that. I ain't hear nothing about that. No. I just hear them talking about like.
I think it's like just in the early talks.
You think they're gonna catch up with technology finally?
That would be the main question. That's what I was about to say a second ago. Like,
because they can keep their art styles. The games would just. You could go so far if you keep that art style, but you got better tech.
The questions would be, do they need to? And
yes.
Would it benefit
well,
them
no. I ain't gonna say yes.
It would have benefited them financially. I don't think they need to. And would it benefit them financially?
But to just be behind, they're gonna make a fucking PS4 Pro.
Because like even now. What is it? They got Call of Duty on there and a bunch of other stuff.
Do they? No. I thought they were talking about putting it on there.
Okay, they're talking about putting it on there, but it's going to be the cloud, through the cloud thing. Because the system itself ain't powerful enough to run it. So if that's what they plan on doing and making more of those type of games, I don't necessarily like that, but they could go that route. And then they would be able to have the AAA.
And I still can't believe Mortal Kombat is going to be on there, but not PS4 and Xbox One. Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be on Switch, but not the PS4. And I'm like, what type of shit is that?
That might say that they're not planning on bringing out the new Switch anytime soon if it's going to be on that. Because if it was coming out in the next like year or two,
how long can this thing last? I haven't touched I have touched it. I've used it with my kids. We play Just Dance and stuff.
I just started messing with it again to play Marvel.
Other than that, I'm not going to. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll run that with you.
All right, let's do it.
You just start. You never played it, or you just playing it again?
I got halfway through the game and stopped, and I was like, "Man, I forgot about this."
I'll play that with you. I like playing that with people. It's you said Ultimate Alliance 3, right? Yeah. I'll run that with you.
Okay.
But I got Bayonetta, and I still ain't even beat that yet. So
3?
Yeah. Okay. I still ain't beat that.
Yeah, same here. I got a backlog, man. I need to get
Yeah, I beat Ultimate Alliance 3 a good 3 times though. I definitely beat that. I forgot how it worked. Do you hop in? Do I get to play as my people or? Yeah. I can play with who I want, and you play with who you got, right?
Is it like you pick 2, or is it I pick the whole squad except for the one?
I think you set it how you want.
Okay.
I think whatever we pick. Yeah.
The only other thing I've been playing recently is Diablo 4.
How's that been? That shit is all over the place.
It's everywhere, bro. Like it's even streamers that I saw that have blown up off that game alone.
Really?
like literally, like there's a dude that was doing Diablo Immortal before, and he was doing alright, but then he started doing Diablo 4 and shot up the ranks. Like it's
crazy.
But it's a decent game. I like it so far. Like, you said you never messed with Diablo, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's your typical ARPG. A lot of the veterans got problems with it and stuff, but just playing it casually.
What you mean got problems? Like you mean like when you play at a high level, they got more complaints?
They got issues and stuff with it. For me, just casually playing it, like I done hit World Tier 3 the other day. I had a couple friends of mine who hardcore. They jumped me to World Tier 4, and I can't really kill nothing in there myself. But World Tier 3, I was having a lot of fun. I was killing a bunch of stuff. I play a rogue. I set him up pretty good with the twist and blaze build. Everybody been running that. I know you don't know what I'm talking about.
Hell no.
And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool so far. And I'm waiting to see what the first season gonna be because everybody's wondering how that's gonna go. Because that's when everybody's talking about like all the microtransactions and stuff like that. Like right now, it's just cosmetics. You don't have to buy none of it, and that's cool. But we'll see what happens with the world tiers. I mean, with the seasons now, because it might be like stuff. I know it's gonna be stuff you can only get in the season. But one of the big controversies right now is people wasn't understanding how ARPG work, and in the seasons,
what people
like the casual people who just jumped into Diablo, like, oh, this one look cool, I'm gonna run it because it look cool, I want to know the story and stuff. But in ARPGs, usually when they drop a new season, you start a new character, and people was like, "I've been running my same."
Usually, you
time.
mean like what you mean? Usually, like you have to, or you, because you say, oh, you meant like usually that's what happens.
Yeah,
okay,
like Diablo 3, Path of Exile, all that type of stuff. When they drop a new season, you usually should run a new character because it's better ways to get the stuff from that, and they separate the world. So like if I'm playing a character now, they ain't like the Infinite World where they don't go away. I can still play that character whenever I want, but it ain't really no more progression once I get the end game.
Right.
When they drop a new season, you start a new character and run through that season. You can get all new gear based on whatever's in that season. Okay. So people was like, well, I've been spending all my time building up this character and I can't play him in the new season. So they was upset about that. And a lot of people was trying to tell them, like, you know, this is how it goes. This is how ARPGs work.
I can see that. That would blow me too.
Well, you get a chance to try a new class. Like, it's 5 different classes. You can try a new class. And if you want to, you can run your same character in that same class again. You just won't have all your stuff you had previously. You can still make the same build if you wanted to. So,
but
people was upset about it. People was upset about it. So it is what it is. It's just they didn't understand it.
Have you heard about the DDoS attack and the servers going down and stuff like that?
It happened. Like, it was talking about I couldn't get on or whatever. And it was shutting people off and kicking them off and everything and stuff like that. I just backed off it for a day and waited for
this online only stuff, man. Why?
It was annoying. A lot of people have been petitioning
because it don't have to be. If I don't want to play online, why am I obligated to do so?
Yeah, a lot of people have been petitioning Blizzard to make an offline mode.
You think they're gonna do it?
I don't think so. Even Skill Up, I saw his video talking about it. He was like, "Good luck." It was like,
well, what's the name did it? I think Gotham Knights did it.
Gotham Knights did?
Yeah, they. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they fixed it.
Redfall
fixed. I think Gotham Knights did. I don't know for a fact, but I know Redfall changed it.
I highly doubt Diablo will make an offline.
Why?
This game. Because it's the way they set it up and everything, like with the patches and everything. Plus, there's PvP in there and everything like that. It's a part of the game. So I don't even know if they have to do 2 separate updates when they update, because they change a lot of the values for like weapons, abilities, armor all the time. If they make an offline mode and you don't have to get those upgrades, then it's just like you just doing whatever. So I don't know if they would allow that, but I mean, time will tell. We'll see. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
But that's tough though. But I just feel like if it's not a game that's like that, the game doesn't have to require online play. Like it's a game that functions without other people or any, you know what I'm saying, anything that has to do with the internet. It should be an option. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying,
but like you said, I mean, all the Diablos are like that.
They had 2 resurrected, 3. I'm not sure if they had offline modes. I don't think they did. I know 3 was pretty much online. Yeah, that was a big problem with it in the beginning with the full online thing, because they had an online money auction house and all this type of stuff.
I heard that was the only reason.
Yeah, they scrapped all that because people was pissed about that with the trading and stuff. Blizzard was taking a cut of every trade and all this other type. It was a mess.
They like had a community. They had something going on before they became the middleman, right?
Yeah,
some people figured out some workaround, I guess, to farm gold or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard about that.
Diablo 3 had seasons, and I think that's the template that they're using for Diablo 4. So I guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I guess so. You heard about Xbox going up on their consoles in other countries and Game Pass going up?
See,
I feel like we talked about the Game Pass price going up, and You talking
about Game Pass going up?
Game Pass.
Okay.
We'll talk about Pass in the consoles, but the Pass, I feel like we talked about that and we said, yeah, the value is still there with that, but I just feel like that's just they finna start climbing up each year. Like Netflix probably like every 1 or 2 years has been going up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like either somebody's gonna end up paying less for less quality, or you're gonna end up paying a nice amount of money to get the best of it. And like I do agree with the value, but it's just one of these same things where I feel like when stuff go up, it never goes back down when the economy gets better. The only thing I see fluctuate regularly is gas. And gas still probably not going to get to a price where we can like breathe and be like, okay, this is cheap gas. But like when the economy regulates itself, y'all not going to bring the price back down.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's bad enough this shit is hard for all of us now. And then like y'all increasing the price on this. And I said in my video, I just made a video about the Xbox price going up, and I said that I think everybody's trying to compete with what happened during COVID, but that's not fair because people were sitting home and people had disposable income. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people had free time and free money for the most part. A lot of people got free money. And what do? Buy video games, play video games. We couldn't even spend our money like to go out to dinner. So we was buying in-game currency and shit like that. And I think all these profits they made in 2020, they like, we gotta beat that. That's my guess.
That's capitalism in general, but
yeah, I mean, I think the concept is crazy to me. When I was working for that company I was working for, every year is like, oh, we got to do better than last year. We got to do better. Well, what you gonna do? Put it on us. That's all they doing is how are we gonna make more money? Put it on the customer, and that's crazy.
So, yeah, I don't know really where it's gonna go with all of that. Game Pass is still a ridiculous deal, even at what is it now? 12, 11?
What?
No, Game Pass is 15.
Yeah,
for the Ultimate thing stuff.
Yeah. And then there's like
they bumped it up to 16,
whatever the ultimate is. Right?
I'd probably even say Game Pass is still worth it at $20. That's just me personally.
It is if it is. It's worth it if it's worth it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would say especially if you're a casual player, because like
I would think you got to be more than casual.
Game Pass has saved me a bunch of money, bro. And I get that
I think you got to be more than casual.
Like, I probably buy a game every other month. To be honest, if it's something out that speaks to me. Mm-hmm. So Game Pass has probably saved me a lot of money over the course of me having it in general. Like games like Wolong, I was probably going to buy that.
No,
and I have to because of game.
I do, and then also again, I'm still scared of them go if this becomes so successful to the point where they stop making physical games. I can't. I won't ever be okay with that. If it's so successful that it gets to that point where it's like, well, we can do these subscriptions and you won't ever own nothing.
I'm more leaning toward the digital and stuff too now as well. And I understand that they could take that away from you at any time. They have in the past with some games, but it's just convenience, man. You're paying for convenience.
No, I'd rather pay the own.
Well, if what they was talking about, what we even talking about now, you was just saying that Nintendo might make it so that all your Switch games will transfer over to the new Switch. If they keep doing that, so be it.
Mm-hmm. I would just hopefully they don't take shit away that people like. And then there's also you got the issues where some games just won't last forever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be Fortnite, and it'd be like shit like Splatoon, like that probably already has a small base, probably relatively speaking.
That's pretty popular.
It's popular, but that's why I say relatively speaking, it's probably smaller. And then it's kind of like, if I love Splatoon 2 and then y'all just stop making it, it's going to be a point where y'all going to shut them servers down. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's going to be a point where I can't even play it no more after I done got... Granted, I mean, you might have got all the time you need out of it. Sorry. I don't know. I just see that this is like... the thing is, my thing is here. If people stood up and refused, they would go back down. And they just go, and they might try to get us some other way. They might find some other way to make us pay, probably get less games to Game Pass or something. But the same way there's like, no, we're not paying more for Xbox Live. First of all, it's bullshit that we even have to pay to play online anyway. Yeah. When that shit happened, I was like, when PlayStation did it, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Because PlayStation 3, you didn't have to.
It just started a trend.
It like, let's charge for them to get online even though they have online. What the fuck?
You remember when the individual games was doing it?
No, I ain't know nothing about that shit. What was that?
I remember like, what was it? Dead Space 2 and a bunch of other stuff around that time.
I ain't heard nothing about that.
Like, let's say I had Dead Space 2, the physical copy, and I gave it to you. You'd have to pay an extra $10 to play the online multiplayer version. I don't know if you remember that happened. A couple games was doing that.
Wait, so it wasn't considered DLC though? Was it under DLC or
just
access
to play the online, just to have access to the online? Like it was like a licensing fee or whatever.
Wow,
I forgot exactly.
I ain't know nothing about that.
Online licensing fee. Yeah, they did that a bunch of times. So a lot of stuff in PS3 and even 360. Some of the games on there.
I didn't know nothing about that.
They tried to kick it off, but everybody hated it, so they dropped it.
Of course, that would never. Do you remember when Xbox tried to charge more for live? Do you remember what the increase was? Was it like $5, $10, $1? What was it? Do you recall?
It was like $3 to $5 something.
$3 to $5, and people was like, "No, we refuse," and then they went back down. I just feel like even if it's just $1, people are like, "No, it's just $1." I'm like, well, what if all y'all said no? We don't want to pay $1 and canceled y'all shit.
Yeah,
They would be like,
okay,
and that's been my thing. It's like there's been times where backlash works, and it's just like I don't know if we stand our ground, some shit could change. Like I play a mobile game right now, and it's a strong community in it, and like we made shit change in that game about like standing our ground on stuff. Okay. The Marvel Strike Force, it's a mobile game, and it's like that community real tight, and they be like, this is ridiculous. Like they literally speak out and be like, "This is stupid. Change this," and shit has changed.
That's cool.
So people don't care or think like that. And I guess, like I said, it's just one foot in the door. Next thing you know, the Glock gonna come through that bitch, and I'm not ready. I ain't going for it. I'm not going for it. So, what else we got?
You get all the points or no?
Huh?
Get all the points or no?
Yeah. I mean, unless you had something to say more about that.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, so that sub, the submersible.
Oh yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on that? Slightly, ever so slightly game related.
Yeah. The only thing game related we brought up was that it was controlled by a Logitech controller. Like an old PlayStation Logitech controller, the ones you give your brother or sister when they wanted to play, unplug it.
Unplug it.
That tripped me out that actually it was that janky. And I think even one of the dudes who had took a ride in there before, he was basically he was talking about the conditions. He was saying it's so small you can't stand up, but you also can't kneel down because everybody packed in there like sardines. So he was like, it was a lot of stuff they had to they took time to fix it. He was like, he was there for several hours where they had to fix it, and then something was wrong with the weights or something like that, and they had to fix that and everything. It's that alone would have put me off in general.
Nah, yeah.
But then getting in the mug and seeing all that type of stuff in it, I don't know if I'd have done that, bro.
They definitely said that one of the guys, I think the CEO of OceanGate, I could be totally wrong, I'm sorry, but somebody that works for them was like, he didn't care about regulations and he was like, safety doesn't get stuff done or something like that. Basically, going the safe route, they was never gonna figure out anything or do anything. He literally didn't care about their safety.
Sue him?
He did too.
Oh yeah, the family sued the company.
No, he did, and I'm sure there was stuff signed. People sure they signed stuff to alleviate. But the guy that owned that thing died too. He was in there. So I don't know if you could really sue the company if the guy that I don't know if he owned OceanGate or owned that sub or I didn't look at our details because I just looked at that case as unfortunate. I didn't. It's just very unfortunate, especially the son that they said was terrified to even do it, but he only did it because his dad wanted him to, which that's crazy to me.
Wow.
That's the saddest part of it. But everybody was tweaking out over that controller, but to my understanding, they said that's standard practice for those. They said using those simplistic Logitech gaming controllers is simple because the function they use is simple. They don't have to spend a lot of money on these high-tech remotes when all you're doing is navigating it to go down or something like that. Yeah. That's all it really is there to do. It's not supposed to be that intricate. So they said that's standard for using those controllers. A lot of people don't just tweaking off that too. And that's all funny meme that said it was a picture of the controller in the debris, and they was like, y'all was cracking all these jokes, but that was the most durable thing on the sub apparently. Wow. I was like, goodness gracious. It was a picture of the controller in some debris. It could have been fake, but it didn't look fake to me. It didn't look fake. And they said that was the only thing that lasted the implosion. I'm like, shit.
That's sad. That's a sad story.
It is sad. It's like I said, for me, the saddest part is that young boy. It's not that it's not sad in general, but it's just like, why? I don't know. It's like, y'all didn't have to do that. Granted, like you explained to me though, it was more of a mishap than just a bad idea overall.
Yeah,
it was just a mishap.
There's other sub companies like that, but he was just bad situation.
Hell yeah. So what's your hype? What you waiting on? What's the next thing that you big on?
I've said it a couple times over here before, man.
Remnant 2. Yeah, do we know when it come out?
Next month.
Really? Oh yeah, you did say that. I was like
23rd or something like that.
August?
Yeah.
And what was it that was coming out? No, I said what's coming out after that? I was like, man, that's close to something. Because Mortal Kombat's not. Spider-Man's October. When's Mortal Kombat?
that the fighting game? Was that Mortal Kombat or Tekken? Or
Tekken still don't have a damn date, if to my knowledge. I think
maybe it was Mortal Kombat.
I think Mortal Kombat come out in August. I forgot. So it's really just Remnant. You got other guys to say they down to get it?
Oh yeah, it's a couple.
Do you know how much it costs?
I think 50.
Oh, 50.
I think it's 50.
Oh shit.
Last one was 50, I believe, when it first came out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, September 19th.
Okay.
Is when it comes out. So Mortal Kombat come out September 19th.
A little bit.
And then I don't even think Tekken has a date. Still late 2023 or early 2024. So still no date for Tekken. For me, I am a little excited about Mortal Kombat. I ain't gonna lie. It looks really good to me. They might get me back in there. I still ain't, like I said, I always be for the whole something new thing. I ain't seen nothing new. Even that cameo stuff isn't new. That concept isn't new. You know, we've seen people help you in fighting games and stuff. I feel like Street Fighter really went head first into new shit.
Yeah.
But it still looks like a good game. It looked good. I'll play Remnant. This Remnant looks better to me because I like the more modern like weapon types and stuff like that. And all the magic and all that stuff.
The changes that I've seen with the new classes and how they redid the armor system and everything, it's gonna be crazy.
Alan Wake 2, I've been playing Alan Wake.
I saw that. How you liking it?
I like it a lot. It's shit creepy. I mean, it's got that old feel here and there.
First Alan Wake was a cult classic, man.
Yeah, like it feels old now, of course, but it's still a good game. Like I appreciate it. There's some bullshit moments in there, but
the main thing
I'm trying to see where the story going though.
Yeah, the main thing that stick out to me, I don't know if you got that. I ain't gonna spoil it to you, but fireworks part. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't say nothing about it. I don't know nothing about fireworks.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let me know when
not
you get
fireworks, no. I ain't got nothing.
Let me know you get that.
I'm almost done. I plan to be done in the next 2 videos. I'm gonna do a chapter video. I'm gonna try, but this shit long. Okay. So I'm trying to get through it though. Yeah.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah. So with that, I think we hit on everything that we wanted to. Gaming news still coming. Probably have more. Shoot, if we got to do 2 episodes within a week, we'll do it.
Let's do it.
Because FTC stuff keep happening.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably get some more news about Xbox going up again on their prices again. But
I guess the system increase don't really apply to us because it's not.
Yeah, I feel sorry for everybody else. Yeah, it don't apply to us. They know that'll never happen, but. Yeah. I'm sorry for everybody it does affect.
That's the same thing that happened with the PlayStation one, right? When
they didn't do it here either. Because they know that was not going to happen. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what those metrics are in those countries, but that's just not happening here. I don't know how to convert the money over there, but no. To me, I'm like, y'all better have undersold it to them countries for this. Because this is fucking unprecedented. To go up on the same hardware.
They might have undersold it to start. A little bit. I'm not sure. Like you said, I'm not sure what the conversion of
is. But to go up on the same hardware and ain't nothing changing. That's just like the fucking Meta Quest. I was like, what are y'all thinking? Why are you going up on this? It's nothing new. It don't make sense. Sell it for what you was gonna sell it at, and then it needs to go down over time. What is we talking about? Sure.
Let's see.
But yeah. All right, yeah, if y'all made it to the end of this video, this podcast, man, you better sub, leave a like, leave a comment for anything you agree or disagree with. We can engage with y'all. But until next time, this Logix.
It's Ace.
And we out.
Peace.